Hello, and welcome to Getting Started with Codeless Insight Tags using Google Tag Manager. My name is Matt Safranek, and I'm a Senior Product Marketing Manager with LinkedIn Marketing Solutions. The following video is intended for marketers who currently implement insight tags on their website using Google Tag Manager, and also for marketers who currently aren't using insight tags, but may be interested. Let's get started. We recently made an important update in Google Tag Manager. I'll discuss what's changed, then there will be a brief demo, and I'll close with a recap and next steps. First, let's talk about what's changed. We're excited to share that Insight Tag integration with Google Tag Manager is now codeless. This means marketers can set up and manage Insight Tags for their page load and event-specific conversions without any code or need of developer support. The key is a new LinkedIn template we've recently added in Google Tag Manager, which I'll show you later in the demo in just a couple of minutes. This is a really big deal. Prior to this, marketers using Google Tag Manager had to manually set up and code event-specific conversions like button clicks. For many, this has been a major pain point because it's confusing and extremely time-consuming. Some benefits of utilizing LinkedIn's new Google Tag Manager template include reduced setup and maintenance costs by eliminating key difficulties implementing custom HTML and JavaScript for event-specific configurations, improve site performance by reducing the number of overall tag fires and asynchronous loading on advertiser sites. And last, improved conversion tracking. For those of you out there who may still be using event-specific image pixels, you can expect conversion tracking accuracy to improve when you switch to our event-specific insight tag. So I'll now demo how to set up page load and event-specific conversions in our new template in Google Tag Manager. Okay, so to create that new page load conversion, we're going to start in Campaign Manager. We're going to start by selecting the ad account that we want the conversion to be associated with. And then from there, we'll select Account Assets at the top, Conversion Tracking, Create Conversion, Online Conversion, and that's going to take us to this wizard. So we have some data to enter for this page load conversion. So we're going to give it a name. And we'll just call it PLC for payload conversion number, call it number 4. And we're going to have to associate a conversion behavior with this. So let's go ahead and say this is going to be connected with an install. We're going to have to assign a dollar value to this conversion. And then we'll give it $20. And then we'll just stick with the attribution models that's been pre-populated. So we're going to move on to the next step, and we can actually skip step 2. And we're at the final screen here. So we're going to select Use a Tag Manager. We're going to want to scroll down. And here you'll see that partner ID that we're going to need to copy into Google Tag Manager. So we want to copy that code. And you can see here that the default is page load is selected. And we're not done yet. So we actually haven't finished creating the page load conversion. So before we can create it, though, we're going to have to enter a URL that we want to track. So I'll say this is abc.com. We'll go ahead and create that. And if we actually go to the second page here, we'll actually see that there's PLC number 4, which we just created. And then we also get this confirmation down here at the bottom that we successfully created it. Now, that was for a new page load conversion. So we're ready to go to Google Tag Manager. If you, let's say, wanted to move a page load conversion that you created a month ago and put that into the new template, you would navigate to conversion tracking the way you did at the beginning, and you would select, so let's say we created this a month ago. So we would go in and we'd navigate through that wizard to that third step. We'd go to Use a Tag Manager. We'd copy the code here, and then we're done. We don't have to save anything because we've already created this. So in fact, it already recognizes the website that we entered. And so there's nothing really to update. We just copied the code. So at this point, we're ready to go over to Google Tag Manager. So let's do that. And actually get back to, when you go to Google Tag Manager, you're going to start from the accounts screen. And let's pick a test account. We'll do a test account 4, and we'll go to that container, and then We're going to look at this new tag card here and then select on add a new tag, then tag configuration. We're going to look for the new template in the community template gallery. So let's click on that. And we'll search for, you want to search for LinkedIn. And you'll see two come up. And so the new template is LinkedIn Insight Tag 2.0. So that's the one you want to click on. We'll ask you to choose a template. And then here's where you're going to put in the tag configuration. We're going to put in the partner ID. We'll paste that in. We're not done yet. We're going to want to select triggering and associate a trigger. And because this is a page load conversion, we're going to select all pages. And then we're ready to save. Google will pre-populate with a name for us. You can change it if you'd like. And we still have to publish in this. So you might see a message here saying that this is not yet published. But even if you're seeing something like this, you still need to submit it. You can go ahead and publish. It's going to ask if you want to add a name and a descriptor to this version of the container that's going to have the new page load conversion in it. But you can go ahead and skip it. And we are done at this point. So we have just completed the process of adding a page load conversion, a new payload conversion. And actually, it also could be a previously created one, right? If we went into Google Tag Manager. But we just finished the process of actually putting a page load partner ID and adding that into Google Tag Manager. So we have completed that process. So for the next thing we're going to do is we're going to then add an event-specific conversion, and we'll go through that in a second. Okay, so we are back in Campaign Manager now. We're going to add a new event-specific conversion. The steps and the flow are pretty much identical to page load conversions. There will be one major difference near the end, which I will point out. But let's go ahead and get started. So actually, let's go back to sort of our main screen here. So we're going to start with the ad account. And then account assets, conversion tracking, create conversion, online conversion. Okay, you're going to see this three-step wizard that we saw before. So we're going to go ahead and name it. I'm just going to go ahead and call this YouTube. And we're going to select the behavior, which I'll go ahead and do as a video view. We'll do a $5 value. I will just stick with the attribution model already defined. Go on to the next step. We can skip step 2. At the last step 3, again, we will select this use a tag manager tag there. And you'll see the partner ID here, like you saw before. And this is where it deviates for event-specific conversions. You're going to want to select event-specific there. And at the bottom, you'll see that we now have our conversion ID available. Now, because we're creating a new event-specific conversion, we do want to go ahead and create it before we go off to Google Tag Manager. You do not want to do that and forget to create that. So there's the newly created conversion, and then there's the confirmation. So if you were converting an existing a page load, event-specific conversion that you'd already created, let's say 3 months ago, and wanted to bring that into the new Google Tag Manager template, you would start here. So at this point, there's no difference between an event-specific conversion that you had just created, like I did, or one that you'd made before. So we're going to go ahead and click on that conversion, and then we're just going to click next step here to navigate to that third screen in the wizard. Select use a tag manager. You're going to see there's our partner ID there and our conversion ID down here. We're going to want to first copy our partner ID. Successfully copied. Okay, let's go over to Google Tag Manager now. We're going to go ahead and select our account. And same as what we did in with page load conversions, this new tag card here, we're going to select add a new tag, then select there in the middle of tag configuration. We are going to go to the community template gallery to find our new template. We're going to search up here in the upper right. Let's type in LinkedIn. You'll see, again, Insight Tag 2.0 is the new template. So you want to select that and then up here, add it to your workspace. Go ahead and click add. Okay, and then this should look familiar from page loads conversion as well. So we're going to go ahead and paste our partner ID into that field. All right, we're going to navigate back to Campaign Manager, and now we're going to copy our conversion ID. So let's copy that, paste it into the conversion ID field. Okay, and then go ahead and almost hit save. You actually want to select triggering. If you try to save it, Google will prompt you to enter a trigger or ask if you wanted to enter a trigger, which you do. Because this is not a page load conversion, but event specific, there's actually and you might not see this because of my screen in the upper right corner, but there's a plus sign up here that you'll want to select to add a new trigger. And so we'll go ahead and select here in the middle of the trigger configuration card. There's some different trigger types here listed. I did want this to be a YouTube video view, so I'm going to select that from the list. When you do select an event, or sorry, a trigger, sorry, each trigger will have its own data and kind of configuration here. This is unique to YouTube. I'm not going to change anything, but just so you know that they might look a little different between different triggers. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. Google will ask if I want to save it. Again, you're free to rename it as you save it. One last save. So that was the trigger that we saved. Now we're going to save the tag. And so just go ahead and save that. Again, you can fill in the name that you would like. Last step is you'll go ahead and just submit this, then publish. Google will ask if you want to give a name and describe the update to this container, but you can go ahead and just skip that. Okay, and at this point, you are done. So we have just successfully added an event-specific conversion to our new Google Tag Manager template. So we are now going to kind of wrap things up with a brief recap. Wow, that was a lot of great information we just covered. So let's quickly recap some key takeaways and next steps. For all of you out there, remember, LinkedIn's new Google Tags Manager template solves a lot of headaches by making conversion tracking on your website codeless. For marketers already using Insight tags, remember that setting up those tags with the new template comes with additional benefits, including improved site performance and more accurate conversion tracking. To take advantage, you'll want to start entering conversions you're using today, as well as any new conversions in the future. And go ahead and please contact your relationship manager with any questions or to learn more. And for any marketers out there who aren't using Insight tags, it's never been easier to start tracking conversions on your website. You can go to our website to learn more about conversion tracking and setting up conversions. Once you started, you're definitely going to want to enter those conversions into the new Google template. So that's the end of our presentation. We hope you found this information useful, and by putting it into practice, you also find it valuable. Thank you for your time in business, and have a great day.